So a lot of people who've never been to the Everglades really don't understand why it's so important to tarpon fishing. And the simple answer is it is the most important juvenile tarpon location for the tarpon population in the U.S. The approach of Bonefish Tarpon Trust is to understand how tarpon use habitats and how changes to those habitats or water affect their movements. And the best way to do that is with tracking them. And current technology called acoustic telemetry allows us to track individual fish for 5 or 6 years at a time. These are the tags that we surgically implant into tarpon, about the size of a AA battery. So what we do is we'll catch the tarpon, we pull them into a sling, measure them, length and girth, turn them over so they're belly side up, pull a couple scales off, and then make an incision just wide enough to stick this tag in. Each of these points is a place where an acoustic receiver has picked it up. So you can see with this one fish, it's using that entire area, and it does this year after year. So you can see that connectivity. This one is just in Florida, but it shows you the importance at a really fine scale of the Florida Everglades to the fishery wherever you find tarpon, whether it be from Mississippi all the way to Chesapeake Bay. The Everglades is kind of that kernel, that central point that makes it all possible. So when those tarpon are done spawning and they start migrating north to feed on sardines or menhaden or mullet or whatever it is, if there's a disruption to that feeding, they're going to be hurting for it, because that's kind of them putting the feed bag on. Just like you see the bears in Alaska feeding on the salmon, that lasts them for much of the year. It's the same with tarpon. And so tarpon give us leverage to give conservation that benefits a lot of other species. So if people like to go birding and like wading birds, that's juvenile tarpon habitat. By protecting that, by using tarpon as kind of our umbrella species, we're protecting a lot of other species that are out there.